that's fake, I'd be really concerned.
Of
Especially
course
because
it's
there's
fake.
normally rain.
Not in here, there isn't.
Well, I mean, outside, is it? No, it's also out there.
It is nice that they've decorated for the holiday.
Mm-hmm. Only be my second Christmas, actually celebrating it, I guess.
Celebrating is always nice.
I'm just really bad at gifts, so I might as well start figuring them out now.
I suppose it just takes knowing the other person.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, for the most part.
Please. Oh. Alright.
Let's scan
Oh,
the
cheers.
items for consumables.
Any weapons, items, or consumables on you tonight?
No. Okay.
No,
Alright.
Let me see this.
Enjoy
nothing
your
of
evening.
importance.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy night.
Right, there, that. It feels like only a few weeks ago that I saw that last.
So what?
The little light show that they put on up there.
Oh, I recall seeing it last year. It's very pretty. Shall we get something to drink?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Very often I get to see people in the eye level.
Absolutely fantastic. Tiny beans.
Yeah, same goes for me back.
It's appreciated when you have the chance.
Yes.
The cafe is gonna be open.
Oh, right, so you're gonna be upstairs. Okay, that works too. And they're switching for the restaurant, so we're heading to the upstairs bar.
Well, that's rather inconvenient.
If you need like a really quick drink, I don't mind serving you one. If you don't want to go all the way up to the cafe.
I believe it would be wrong for us to get
No, if we
special
head up there, we
treatment.
might as well get something to eat, it's fine. You know, I was going to send somebody away. They were asking about tea.
Tea? Oh. Sure. Was there a specific tea they were looking for? Or something else?
They were just starting with regular green tea, but I'm pretty sure you can show them a bunch of different ones that would help them with other things.
Oh, of course. There are always different teas for different situations. At least, so I've learned.
That's kind of what I figured.
Hmm.
You were pretty knowledgeable on those anyways.
Oh, I suppose you know exactly where to find me. Someone needs help with brewing or something. I've amassed a
Yeah,
small
The
collection.
next time they're putting around. I figured you had.
Hmm.
I need to get a teapot.
Hmm. A teapot, a kettle, whatever. So long as it's, not like I saw one person do the other day. Well, I guess it was a week or two ago. They microwaved the water. Absolutely disgusting. Could always boil the water.
Even I'm not really that, you know. I boil mine.
Hmm.
Or just heat it with a spell, but that doesn't boil it, so it's more like reheating.
It's not the same.
Sorry.
Oh?
Oh. I figured that out right away, especially when you made it. Like, you actually couldn't get it the same way. Do you do a certain ritual for it or something?
If by ritual you mean I put water in the kettle and then put it on to boil, yes. It's not magic, it's just
No,
tea.
I mean, like the order that you put the ingredients, or the way how long you put them in.
I suppose depending on how strong you want the tea to steep, or the flavor, you can steep it for longer, or use more tea leaves. I usually tend to use a lot, but that's only because I find I have a very poor sense of taste. It's through here, yes?
I think it's in the back, actually.
Well, this is not a bar. This is a restaurant, as far as I recall. Unless that has suddenly changed. Then maybe it's through the back. Maybe we should ask
Well,
someone.
they do have a bar back there. Sure.
Hmm.
Though I know they have a bar all the way back there in the corner.
Yeah, they were next to a mossy rock. They got lit.
Hi there, table for two.
Got beat with a rock.
No, actually.
Yes.
So did I.
So help me, Maple.
Oh, well, first to the bar. This is in the back, right?
Yes, where are
Yes,
drinks
it's in the
being
back.
served?
Just head on over there.
Thank you.
Just head
Appreciate
on
it.
over there and I'll be there
Learn
momentarily.
our lesson.
Maybe if we put a fork in the socket in the wall, you'll become electric type.
Never mind, I don't show my face too.
Oh,
Get
I
away
fuck
from
it.
a lot of the
Anyway,
bullshit, you know?
what do you
Okay,
do?
then you
Would you like a
can-
drink?
Scare them all.
Overall, we're gonna be sharing this communally. I guess
Oh, well, have fun.
Boiled eggs or rice with
Hey,
shrimp.
Zeke.
For entree, we look
Hello, Bessie.
a dumpling basket.
Mhm. So, Lorelai confessed to me.
I think
that she
we've
loves me.
been.
So I'm gonna have to talk to a few people about
Oh my.
that. Shame.
I think we've been lied to.
I might have to. Yeah, you know, yeah. so
Well, I think they
we'll see
run
what happens, I guess.
around serving
cute,
at the
though.
same time.
That's fine. I can take you guys real quick before heading to my table.
What do you guys want?
How you doing?
Go ahead.
Hmm.
How'd the duck go? I didn't really.
If you wouldn't mind, wine, please.
Yes, red or white?
Hey, can I get
A red,
cold
preferably.
bug? I've been drinking, I'm burning up.
Alright. What would you like, sir?
Thank you.
I'll take a Rupert float.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
Oh my.
passing the fuck out.
Oh my.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, who do we call it? You know what? I'm gonna call your brother to pick you
And
up.
that'll be. Hold
Absolutely.
on. That'll be 35.
No, absolutely not.
Here you go.
Oh,
It's
the
even
both
if we
of
just
you.
like grab you some water or something, just like
No.
yes, definitely get her
35.
some water, if you don't want
For
it.
each?
I'm just water right now.
I know,
I'm drinking
I know.
35.
Total.
Oh
Total.
my.
love
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
It's been paid for then? Just take the drink. Enjoy your time. I'll be back.
Appreciate it. Did you want to get a table or just walk back down?
I like walking around, sitting at the tables here, like a restaurant. I'm not really hungry, so I came here with the intention to drink and perhaps chat.
Alright, fair enough.
You
Maybe I'll
already
take them then.
Huh?
Oh my.
It is actually quite nice, anyways.
He's a whole ass fucking loaf.
That is indeed a
Eating a meal alone, Slade.
Because I'm drenched in friends, Ezra. Scrape the bottom of the bucket.
You appear
That
to have
is
someone
quite
here trying to get
work,
your
yeah.
attention.
What's got you here?
You'll...
Actually just socializing and relaxing for once?
Yes, I've been in the habit of doing that. Cordelia, he's not going to hear you.
Hello.
Yes, Cord.
Hi.
Aye.
You guys good over here?
I
You want a
said
dumpling?
yes.
Greatest thing ever.
Let me know if I can do anything.
You ever get
I'll be
tired of eating the
Thank
food
you.
while you're at work sometimes? Or is the menu changed enough?
No. I have to eat a lot. I don't get tired of eating. Hi.
Hi.
I'm gonna make you food again later. 'Cause I
If
need
you
to
want to
test
sit
our
with him,
recipes.
I won't mind. If you
Am
want
I
to
gonna be your
chat.
test dummy
Oh,
for
no, you're...
recipes?
Feels a bit
Just
you
talk
awkward
real quick.
trying to speak up to
Okay.
him.
I gotcha.
Try to make the burger buns.
Thank you very much.
anything else, let me know.
Excuse me.
Gotcha. You know, if you guys want, you could, I don't know, are you guys leaving? You guys already had food?
We're gonna walk down and back to the front for a little bit.
I was just intending to walk around. Nowhere specific.
Court,
You're welcome.
court.
As I said, if you wish to speak
Well,
with
I'll
him, you're
probably
more
be
than
down in a
welcome to.
bit, so you could catch up.
Follow me.
Well, enjoy the rest of your meal. We'll catch you if we do.
I'm not the manager.
Gladly.
I don't have to.
I've not eaten
Who
all
needs
day.
to manager?
Oh, shall we?
People get fucking beat up and shot all the time.
honestly
Pain
me.
scares everyone to death. The banana split with Is literally
Not
death.
even your watermelon?
Hold on 1 second. Wait just 1 second. I need to get my camera out. Hold on.
Sometimes I wonder if they run a daycare here.
You want some? My
What is that?
my buns? My
I'm
dumplings?
sending this to the boys.
I
back
think they're
home.
just a little bit smaller than normal.
What?
Kind of like a halfling. Or super goblins.
Go ahead.
I've met halflings before. They're like those, though.
Hmm. Could always ask them where they're from.
Mm.
I wonder
That
where they are.
invites too much
actually.
conversation for my liking.
Excuse us.
Too many of them.
Not quite. More like if they really are children. I suppose it would be very strange for an adult to come up to you and ask you, "Where do you live?"
What about a plane of existence? It's like, are you from here? Are you
I suppose I
lost?
generally
Well,
try
no,
not
that's
to
the
ask
table.
that question because then it gets far too complicated. When people start explaining things to me that I don't really understand, it make me very uncomfortable. Oh my.
No, I understand that one. Yeah, quite a bit sometimes actually.
Maybe further on.
Anyways, if you wanted to sit somewhere comfortable, or if you had someone you wanted to speak with, you come here more often than I do.
Not currently.
Hello,
So I
guys.
figure.
I do.
Oh.
Oh, hello, Medrea.
Hello.
Oh, pardon me.
Either way,
She runs one of the medical facilities, or more like, she runs the combination facilities that is connected to each guild, so that way they can all keep in contact.
oh, I see.
It's pretty helpful, actually.
Hmm. Hmm. At least the flavor's strong.
I was
Doesn't
going to
taste like
say,
water.
how is it?
Underwhelming. Been a while since I've had alcohol. It's always fun to try every so
Does
often.
that even affect you? Do you have a
Well, of
tolerance
course,
or an
yes.
intolerance?
Oh, if you're asking if I am a lightweight, yes. At least Rochelle thinks I am. She makes fun of me sometimes, and teases me about it. I try not to drink too often, so I suppose that's why. My constitution is
Usually the case.
rather
yes.
low for such things. Not that that's a bad thing.
Mine was the opposite. I used to, every other day, stop and maybe a bottle or two.
Hmm.
Or my flask would be emptied out throughout the day.
I suppose from my perspective, it's nice to drink every so often, but too much. I suppose you become accustomed to it. Although I suppose the same thing could be said for tea, or anything else really.
Yeah, but tea has more health effects that are positive.
Arguably. Oh, I think I just saw a small child run in there. I hope they don't get in trouble.
Holidays, maybe it's bring your kid to work day.
I don't know.
What if they do like a toy drive at the front?
Oh my. They
Well,
seem
I know
startled by
Snow works
something.
here, and she didn't say.
I hope there wasn't anything strange happening in there. That would be very awkward.
Maybe they were just grabbing something from one of the staff.
I don't know. No one else has come running by yelling, so I suppose whatever the circumstances are, it's okay.
I wish they would give more options for different ones, because I kind of want a 50-50.
50-50 what?
Yep, float. It's where they use orange cream soda and vanilla ice cream.
Oh. You could probably make one back at home.
I definitely could, yeah. We do have it. I
It
usually
seems
keep
simple
ice
enough.
cream in the freezer.
Ice cream and soda. I've always wondered why they're so expensive, but I suppose perhaps it's difficult to get down here.
Yeah, a lot of things around here I'll pay a lot more because it's harder to get things shipped back and forth.
At least
I think
nicer
that's just
things.
self-imposed because they... Yes, when it's easier to go down and find a weapon store than it is to find an ice cream parlor.
I suppose it makes sense. The lights are
Oh, I
very
did
pretty.
find a really good library.
Oh?
It was in a local city, just on the outskirts.
Well, I hope it's well cared for.
It's a decent little city, but I'm not a resident, so I can't take the books out, so I just go there and read.
Oh, interesting.
So I thought about maybe I finally do decide to get my own place. Trying to figure out where. My friend works at the a coffee shop nearby, so there is that option if I do get a place close.
Which friend is this?
Matcha. She's stopped by once or
Matcha.
twice.
I see, yes. I recall you mentioning them before. They sound friendly.
Very much so, especially the most they do is be a barista, make their coffee rounds, get whatever business that they usually handle. They have a small little place. She's really good at coffee. She
Well,
has
I
like
would hope so.
3 different machines at home.
Oh my. A beautiful dress. Very form-fitting.
Little elegant for... Bit of elegant for the area.
I suppose so. This place tends to try to give off an air of decadence, but I find, if anything, it ends up feeling a bit more garish than anything. As if it's trying too hard to be something that it's really not.
A mixing.
It feels
Too much at once, maybe?
perhaps cold. Not sure why.
I can see that. Depending on where you're standing. A bit too much marble everywhere. Doesn't bode well for keeping heat.
I suppose it doesn't feel cold. I mean, it feels cold in sort of a...
The inviting sense, right?
Yes. When I go into a tavern, it's warm and joyful. You feel as though you are welcome to come in and prop your feet up and get a drink. Maybe speak with someone new. Make friends. The local.
Almost like they would...
Granted, that's a good tavern. There are obviously bad taverns, too.
Almost like they would do well from more of a pub atmosphere.
Fun, 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 fun.
Oh my. I suppose people make him nervous. I understand this.
Every now and then there's, you know, a lot of larger people walking around sometimes. get that nervousness. I know I get like that sometimes when I walk into the towns and cities that have more elven races. They're all very tall compared to me.
How do you think I feel?
Yes, but there's a lot of other people that are also the average height. All the elven people are tall.
There are shorter elves too. There are also
A few.
half-elves. I met a half-elf woman once.
That
She
is
was
true.
very kind. Very sharp sense of humor. She was enjoyable to speak with. If it weren't for her freckled complexion, you wouldn't even know that she wasn't fully an elf. Her ears are a bit of a giveaway, though. They're not quite as pointy as you would expect. Rounded almost at the edges.
The slight can't.
Yes. She was very sweet, though. I enjoyed speaking with her.
Lots of interesting people. Especially usually when I head down to just kind of people watch where one of my students works. Lots of, I wouldn't say weird, more like eccentric.
I suppose there are a number of eccentric people here. Although, sometimes eccentricity is entirely subjective. What is strange to you
True.
or I may be common to someone else.
Fair enough.
Oh my.
I mean, I'm still not used to all of the mechanics and electronics that people have embedded in them.
Oh, of course. Sometimes it's very questionable. You know, it almost looks painful. I suppose for some it is. I try not to comment on it too often.
I would think so.
For some, I know it's a necessity. It is a prosthetic, and they need it to survive, continue their life normally.
Reclaim some of that normal. Like
Yes.
Belle, she has that arm now. It's useful for the most part.
Not sure what you're talking about.
She's usually wearing the blue armor all the time.
The one with the very sharp visor? Makes like a V shape.
The little antenna on it. Yes.
Oh, yes, I remember her.
She has blonde hair underneath.
Oh. I suppose that's good to know. You were saying, though, she lost a limb?
Yes, she had her arm damaged and she opted to replace it with, they call them cybernetics.
I learned that there is a spell to recover lost limbs. Very painful, though, I hear. I'm
It
unsure of
takes a
how to
long
cast
time.
it, though.
Well,
Very
not a long
expensive.
time.
Both in its necessity to cast, but also in its requirements. Various components required. Oh.
Oh, don't worry, dear. little things running around. The pest control.
I see.
The children? Like that?
No, not the children. That would be the wrong kind of entertainment.
If anything, you could shoot the orange one. We
Please.
burned down a bank.
Oh, he's gone.
But
Oh my.
I mean, only if they ask for it.
Valid.
Fair. Oh
Thank you
shit.
for your validation.
Sorry.
Right, well, I'm gonna go find miniature Sachis to go punish.
PTSD.
Oh lord.
It seems that
Hmm. Well, then I guess those things weren't really allowed around.
I'm sorry?
Those.
Oh? Oh, perhaps you're right.
Hmm. Pest control, like, I don't really understand it. I'm not going to ask.
You say that's Trazus, but
A lot
Finn is
of
playing
small races today.
a blind
Coming in,
character.
Enjoying the food.
Oh my lord. Well, there's a pyromaniac on the loose now.
So how's your studies been coming along?
Well enough. Mostly just keeping to myself. Rochelle keeps me
I
company
try to
sometimes.
divide my
though.
time up.
I know. It's alright. I've been learning quite well on my own. At least as far as it concerns clerical duties, rituals, that sort of thing.
Still keeping up on a little bit of your combat?
I suppose I find your question confusing. But I suppose perhaps not.
Well, just try to at least keep brushing up so that way nothing gets too out of practice. You never know when you'll need it.
Of course. I am at least prepared with a few spells each day. Having weapons and such, and, well, I suppose you could say that I've learned how to seem a bit more intimidating. Most people don't mess with me in the streets anymore. At least not often. Every so often, someone will say something or approach as if they have intent, but usually when they ask how much anything I am wearing is worth, I usually tell them it's worth a lot, but that I would be very How to put this? Harsh. If they were to try and take it from me. Usually bringing a few sparks to my fingers. That sends them running. Unless they have guns. In which case, sometimes they try to threaten me. But
As long as you don't run into any other mages, showing off a little bit of magic usually stops most of them.
Sometimes, yes, but many of them don't realize that if you take away their ability to speak, it's much harder for them to cast anything.
True. I
I
think we have
get
much
very
different
confused.
approaches on
Many
removing
of the
somebody's
mages here in the
speaking.
city are not well practiced. They only have practical knowledge, not studied knowledge. So, simply
They got what they've learned.
quieting them is usually enough to confuse them, and then they get scared and run away. Sometimes a summoned weapon or something will give them bad enough. Many of them overestimate their skills
Yeah,
or their inheritance.
exactly.
Shame.
That too, especially
True
when you're in
waste
the
of
middle
talent.
areas.
Naturally born talent at that. But woe is me.
Have you had a chance to talk with Dr. Amber, actually?
Oh, the friend that you've been going on your walks with. No, not really. Like I said, I just keep to myself most of the time. Your business and Aegis and all of this, not really much of my concern. If anyone needs me, they know where to find me, I suppose, right? So why bother them?
You're allowed to make friends, Alyla. You can definitely walk around and talk to people.
I know
We're
that,
not
but
working
it's always
24/7.
so difficult.
Well, Dr. Amber's been around longer than I have by quite a few hundred years, so she would love to have another person to talk to that isn't me.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure you bore her so badly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure
Yes,
a young
all
man
I
who
have to
is
talk about is
far
training.
younger than her, who is very easy on the eyes, must be so boring to her.
Mm.
Especially one that's now available.
Jeez.
She's been awfully quiet about it.
What?
I was expecting more. I don't know. Well, like in the movies Rochelle has me watch with her, where the girl gets left, or vice versa. Everyone is always crying. Until eventually they come back together. You aren't planning on doing that, are you?
I don't even know what I'm planning to do moving forward, so I can't tell you yes or no.
Well, she is my sister. So long as you don't hurt her. But our relationships are our problem, if I'm being entirely honest. I wouldn't know what to do in such a situation anyways.
I still care about her a lot. I just... the timing is off.
Oh,
I'm off.
you need to wait until you've got more gray hairs. Actual gray hairs.
No.
Hmm. Well, I'm sure they'll come in soon enough with all the stress you put yourself through.
I'm sorry, I already have enough gray hair.
Yes, but this time it'll be your gray hair, rather than hers.
Maybe in like 30 years.
Oh. I think it'll come sooner.
Honestly, I... Thank you for the confidence and that.
Hello.
Yeah.
Don't most men start getting gray hairs in their 40s?
I believe they do. I believe
She's
they
saying
do.
our work is so stressful, she's surprised we don't have more gray hair.
Well, I mean, I think you kind of took all of it from us.
It's not mine.
Magically
It's from my
induced hair color changes.
contract.
Not quite the same. I was
Hmm.
thinking that perhaps eventually it just won't turn back to the normal color. Ever. It'll just stay like that.
I guess that'd be
I
kind
hope
of
it
good for you,
turns
though,
back.
wouldn't it? I don't know. Don't you want it white and orange? Isn't that like your thing? Or gray and orange? My
It's...
bad.
No, it's... I mean, I wouldn't mind having my own color back.
What is your
It's
own
different.
color? Brown, black, blonde,
Like yours, but a
blonde.
little bit darker.
I'm returned into a dog.
Does it even
Man,
mean?
that's how?
I have
What?
to.
You
I
know,
have to hold them. Is there a tiny dog?
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Hey,
you
one of
holding
the
them
little
right
ones
now?
has a
Yes.
gun.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love them. That's great.
Uh-huh.
What?
Nothing, you just...
What?
Go on. Here's judgment in your voice.
Yes. No, I was just wondering, like, what exactly is the process for that? Just gonna leave them
Well,
alone for a bit.
Umber eventually turns back. Yes. For surviving. Sometimes
Can they
Umber wants
just
to be a
take
small
on
dog.
forms?
Yeah. I mean, in my head they can.
Cord,
What?
why does the Sachi gremlin have the gun?
No, he's got a gun. That's why.
The one that teleports you out of the building?
Yeah, got a gun. That's why he has a gun.
Cord, why are we letting the Sachi gremlins have this?
Does that say warning on the side?
Because it's kind of Sachi's decision.
He has 100% given us the okay to straight up kill those things if they're causing issues.
I'm just gonna look at him.
Oh.
What the?
It's very bad for business. I mean, what if they don't come back in?
They work here.
Well,
It's fine. It's part of the job.
Well, yes,
Slade's gonna be a little pissed about that.
well, yes, but also, he was drinking. I'm assuming he paid for
He
his
held
drink.
onto his drink.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I feel like he'd just walk back to behind the bar and grab a new one. Or 3 after that.
I wouldn't blame him. It's very rude of the owner to allow such things to happen. Like I said, bad for business. If it weren't for the fact that I'm so used to these sorts of things happening here, I would suppose that I would be very alarmed and frightened. They just disappeared. Who knows where they
I
went?
wonder...
What if they were vaporized?
I wonder what they do with... True. I wonder what they do when investors come through for inspections.
I'm not sure what that means, but I assumed that they would hide it all as best they could.
I'm just glad that Slade's communicating again.
I must didn't know it was him if it wasn't for you saying something. I only know him in his armor. And his rude demeanor.
It's been... He's softened up quite a bit.
I suppose that's good for him.
Yeah, he changed quite a bit in a few months.
I suppose as long as those changes are for the good. For his own betterment. It's none of my concern.
Most of them are.
If anything, I suppose I'm happy for him. Shall we return these glasses?
Yes, mine's not going to get any more emptier the more I try to get anything out of the straw. Oh, well,
I
Cordelia's
suppose
back.
we'll have to go the other way. They seem to have closed it.
True.
Oh. Father, I was going to get some tea.
Well, the other bar should be back up and running.
Ah, wonderful. No?
No? Alright, it might take them a little longer. Or did they close it early?
They might have.
I didn't hear any announcements on the speakers. Though... I'm guessing
Every day I
Slade's
grow
still out
more
there.
disappointed in him.
Mick, restaurant is closed, Mick.
I hope he knows that.
Closed.
Oh my. Well, I suppose I don't need to do anything with that.
Yeah, I guess not.
I need you to comprehend how tight I was holding this drink when I saw that thing aim that gun at us.
Actually, that I saw you double grip that, and then you disappeared, and she said, I hope he didn't drop his drink because he paid for it.
Nope. Nope.
Oh, don't you
Death
look
grip.
adorable with your little hand?
Oh, thank you.
Hello there.
I could picture just the
Dang,
hand
it
sticking
has
up
been
holding it.
a long time since I last saw you.
Yes. If I recall correctly, the last time I saw you, you were slowly bleeding out. It was rather alarming. I did hope you wouldn't die.
That is shockingly normal. Actually, really, it's been a while since I've actually been that injured. Well, positive growth.
When even was that?
For your sake, hopefully. Several months ago.
I think that was back when I was still wearing my old armor when I had just gotten out of hell.
Yes.
Right, the
I
damaged
also
one.
apologize to you for firing a spell at you. I shouldn't have done that.
Hi, have you guys seen a tiny Sachi coming around here?
Yes, they've been running back and forth between these two
yeah,
doors.
Yeah.
Did it go back in?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Last I
Quite a
saw
bit.
it did, but yeah.
Did they get taller?
I did.
They did? How are you... well, there she goes.
Oh my. I was wondering if I had just
Growth.
gotten shorter, somehow.
That's alright.
No, they definitely got a little bit of a growth spurt.
Oh. Either way, I do hope you've been well. You seem well, especially now that you're out of your armor.
Things have been complicated. But I'm trying. Definitely trying.
I know that you're not quite fond of the divine, but if you ever need help, feel free to ask.
I'm a lot more open to help than I used to be, but thank you.
That's good. That to me sounds like positive growth.
It's a very slow attempt, but I'm getting there. It took me about a year to actually realize it, but I'm getting there.
I suppose that's very good then.
What about you? A lot of things kind of seem the same.
Not much has changed. I have been very dedicated to my studies and my occasional walks through Zephyra. Now that things have seemingly calmed down again, I felt a bit more comfortable about walking around and providing help where I can.
Oh, they are comfy, but still be careful. There's always someone ready to cause trouble.
Oh, of course. Sometimes Rochelle comes with me, so then usually no one messes with us. She's much more intimidating than I am.
I wonder why.
Especially when she's wearing her biker helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Hezekiah, do you do, I guess, spirit stuff? Or just earth stuff?
Well, before I was an exorcist, so yes, I do deal in spiritual banishment. Mostly don't try to not do that if I don't have to. Normally it's just a spirit that's lost its way and needs help going back.
I'm not as familiar with banishment as he is, but wards and means of keeping evil away, whether it be spirits or demons or that sort of thing. I have studied this.
She's
I
the
have a
preventative
morality
measures.
question for you.
All right, shoot.
Let's say in a drunken stupor, your brother makes a weird device. And then...
Oh my. That was a lot of gunshots.
Unfortunately.
Should we be worried?
Well, no more Sachi running.
Call him Sachi, so either way, it's gonna turn out.
Yeah, in that room,
In a
followed
good
by
way.
gunshots.
I feel bad for the little fucking thing. Sachi was shooting a normal fucking pistol at it.
The other one just ran in there.
That one's
Yeah,
fine.
so
These
it's
ones
Sachi.
are questionably not aggressive towards me, and it's weird.
Sachi can handle himself.
Wild.
Hello, Snow.
barking?
How was your day?
My ringtone.
Bit of chaotic.
Oh yeah, nice ring.
Yeah, I hate. This is the
Wild.
other glove.
To avoid the chaos.
Well, the shoulder works too.
Sorry.
Alright, so he makes a weird lantern. And then you have to go and put someone down because they're a what's the word?
Gotta help with the Sachi gold.
Like a zombie-like body with a soul stuck in it.
Like a revenant.
Like a Draugr.
Ah. So
And then after you
it was the body with a partial connection still.
apparently the soul is stuck in it. Wasn't able to move
Yes, it's bound.
on. So then you kill it. But that soul ends up going into that lantern. And then we find out that the device is slowly recreating them a body. Out of the energy it's consuming around it. I think that's wrong.
Did they have a choice? Was it something
Apparently
that
the
they
soul has
wanted?
to be willing.
fault is that? You're meant to capitalize on that, and you didn't do shit.
Well, I'm not in leadership positions. I can't.
Do they want to come back then?
I said the soul has to be willing.
Damn.
There.
Personally, unless I had something that was unfinished, or I was asked of my patron to come back, I'd stay gone.
I sleep.
You having fun, Gord?
No, I'm not. It's annoying, but it's handled now.
It's handled. It's done.
No, I'm gonna handle it again.
Oh, okay. That probably is unrequired.
Back office.
I come here.
Hmm. Been a while since I've seen her.
Yeah.
It's funny how much she looks like her mother now.
A lot of us have changed. And time be like that.
Hmm.
So, to finish that up, if there's something that they want to finish themselves, and that's why they're willing, then I guess if they're capable, you respect that in a sense.
Hmm. Okay.
But at the same time, they have to realize what they're putting their loved ones through.
They didn't really have a choice. Mm. Yeah, just, just a lot of things. A lot of things.
No, I get it. It also takes a lot to have to put one down. So, in that sense, I don't know if I have the strength to do what you did. I want to say I would.
I hope you don't. Respectfully.
It is yet to be seen.
Not really a thing I'd want for anyone. But I have just made the conversation very depressing. That's on me.
It's fine. In a more positive note, Alyla, you visit the shrines that are in the areas, right? Or do you know of them?
Here in Zafira, there are few, but there are far in between, and most aren't very well kept up. So I don't really visit them.
Yeah, I've seen the ones that are located in here. I try to help here and there where I can. It's not much to do, though.
Many of the
other than
people
just-
here in the city are not particularly religious. Given history and this city, it's understandable. Many of you, those of a religious nature with suspicion, wary eyes.
Yeah, a lot of the
religious
shrines got
cults really do that.
It's
sad.
rather
Some of
sad.
those shrines were doing well until everything happened, and some of them got unjust graffiti and such.
Oh yeah. Religion in the city died pretty quickly after Zara's. And it didn't help that, cults kind of propped up about other groups who had attacked us and fought. It's difficult to be a religious person in Zara's, not Zara's, but Zafira. I really can't blame people for just hiding it.
Everyone taking advantage.
I think perhaps, if
Well,
anything,
people are just angry
just
and
takes
scared.
those setting a better example.
Some of us are trying. Just, gotta slam your head against a wall a certain number of times and eventually you get through.
I suppose it is difficult. Everyone always remembers the worst of any group of people. Rather than
The
those
beauty
who
of
are
humanity
good.
is beauty of humanity is all you have to do is just give them a little bit of kindness and it can go a long way.
True. How are you doing, Proxy?
Hello.
I'm okay. I think the little Sachi golem that was running around with the displacer gun was dealt with. Correction, it was, and now wants to flush me down the toilet.
Do not let it.
I suppose that's a
Yeah,
bit
a lot of
rude.
some of the salty. Cord made a joke about a proxy protocol, so I thought it's funny, so I'm just calling it the proxy protocol now. A lot of the fucking Sachi
Hello,
golems
little one.
have a part of Sachi where they just want to inflict violence upon me. Some of them don't have
Oh.
it, but a lot of them also do. And the one that had
I
the
knew he was a
displacer gun
troubled
did
man,
have it.
but I didn't think it was that
I
bad.
know, it's fine.
That is quite a shame.
I've been working here for, like a little bit after the Lotus first opened, so I'm one of the original staff members. So I've been here for a long time.
I recall.
So it's
You gotta
actually
get
just
rid
kind
of
of memes
some
and then
of them head on
harassing
I've
me
been
as a
coming
joke.
here
Nice
for
talking to
some
you guys.
time now, although I don't visit very often.
Catch you around.
I do recall.
Hmm. Where did he go?
He said he's going to get a refill.
Hmm. Shall we?
Probably, yes.
Oh, whoa, that was weird. I started drifting. I'm gonna go bother Sachi if he's in the office. You two have a good night.
Well, shall we?
You didn't say ladies first, so you get to go first.
I see. Well, it comes with the territory, I guess. I do have a question. Have you been studying any new spells lately?
Yes, with some difficulties. A number
Yeah,
that
what
I
have you
do
been
not
reading up on?
believe Owen sees fit for me to cast yet. My faith is strong, but if he deems me not to be ready, I am patient.
Yeah, I get that sometimes.
But I have learned a few new ones.
Alyla and I talk. If you. Oh, what are you capable of doing?
Well, I prepare them each morning, as is my duty. But, for instance, a ward to protect someone from damage, being attacked, hit, hurt, spells cast on them, that sort of thing. So long as I'm focused on them, they are protected by Owen's grace. And then there is a ward. Ward from, well, I suppose most evil things. I suppose maybe one day it'll come in handy.
What about a blessing?
Well, I know how to bless things. That was one of the first spells I learned.
Having your ability to let Owen watch over somebody and protect them for a little while. Or guide them.
Yes. At least for a while. I don't see your friend.
Which one?
Slade.
Oh,
I think perhaps he got distracted by something. It's either that or my eyesight has gotten
possibly.
worse.
Maybe he went behind the bar, decided to go to the staff area.
I suppose we could walk downstairs. Unless you wanted to stay here.
No, we can walk around down there.
Hmm.
See all the sights. Interesting amount of people, actually. A lot of bright colors. Alright, this time, ladies first.
Oh, thank you. What a gentleman.
I'm only slightly rusty. Which is weird for a stone.
Isn't metal just a stone?
It's a lot more complicated than that to make a metal.
I don't know.
Or I'd be doing
Hannah
it.
tried to explain it to me once, something about minerals and stone and metals. To be honest, I don't really understand any of it. It quite eludes me. She
Well, I
likes to
mean,
explain all of her
it's kind of
fancy
the
scientific things. Most of the time, I just listen and nod.
Yes, it happens. She starts to ramble and starts citing word for word from the pages she's read. Sometimes I don't think she even understands what she's saying, that just understands what she was reading.
Hmm.
But she's good at applying it most of the time.
I suppose I wouldn't know.
So if you were to come to my hospital and you were treated by a droid, the droid would understand how to treat your infection, but your privacy would not be risked if we were to sell the droid to somebody else. It is to protect your privacy as patients.
Say, good deal, good deal, good deal.
For the other one,
What's your name?
He is good at what he does.
I know you don't usually eat big meals or go out for breakfasts, but if you wanted to join Dr. Emperor and I on our walks,
Breakfast is nice
you're more than
sometimes.
free to do. She has
Hi, what
quite
can
the
I get you to?
appetite, though.
Hello again.
Hello again.
If you would have any, a tea, green perhaps.
Yes, of course. One moment. I'll be 6 minutes.
And I'll take a hot chocolate.
Understood. That'll be 20. Any sugar for that tea or no?
No, I don't think that'll be necessary. Thank
Just
you.
wanna make sure. Just put the money on the counter. I'll take it shortly.
I appreciate it.
A little sugar every so often isn't too bad. I find I have difficulty tasting it sometimes. It muddles the flavor.
Here you go. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Mm.
Oh, hot.
Well, it is called hot chocolate after all.
It's a little,
I believe I see
little
him
more
there.
than just.
You wanted to continue speaking with him. Otherwise, it seems rather quiet today.
You know, it kind of is, but that's also kind of nice. I wonder if everybody's actually taking the time to rest, recuperate.
Well,
Or everybody's just so busy before the holiday rush.
yes, that was going to be what I was going to say. We're only a little more than 2 weeks away from a major holiday. And then the new year. I suppose I should set myself goals for the new year. That's what people do, right?
Goals.
Things like losing weight, learning a new hobby.
I guess I sort of somewhat accomplished what I wanted to do.
Creating a new habit. A good one. Quitting something that you think is unhealthy for you. I don't really know if it
Well, I
works,
mean-
though.
I mean, why not? It's lots of things that we could do. And sometimes, it used to change.
Oh, did you want to sit?
Just for a second.
All right.
I think in a few months I will be almost a full year without drinking.
Congratulations. Quite the achievement.
Yeah, and sometimes I think about it, but for the most part I don't miss it.
Why is that?
Those years where I just, let's be honest, I abused it. Things were very muddled and blended together, and even my conversations with Ariel were singled and far apart. I feel like I have a much better grasp on my thoughts.
I see. Well, I suppose either way, I'm quite proud of you.
Thank you.
It's always difficult for people to remove themselves from substance abuse. I've seen it quite a few times here in the city. People get addicted to one thing or another. Slowly but surely, it consumes their lives. Even good things.
That was also pointed out that I worked too many hours and too hard. So,
Well, yes. I would have to agree, at least to some degree. It's important that we work hard, but it's also important that we don't overdo it.
yes, some of the agents in Cyprus told me to take a break every now and then. That spell training doesn't count as a break. It's actually get a hobby.
Doing something that refreshes or relaxes your mind, perhaps.
I started making little statues, actually. Not trying to be perfect or meticulous about it and using my magic to its full extent, just making whatever I felt like making. Just
Have you considered doing
relaxing.
something with your hands?
Maybe. I mean, I was a farm boy, so I guess old habits die hard.
Well, I suppose as I see it, you almost seem to have an addiction to magic. It consumes you at times.
I think it's less of an addiction and more of just a part of my life.
Well, naturally.
I won't say
I would
that,
be a hypocrite if
yeah,
I
I
said
didn't have
otherwise.
it.
However, I find that when people learn to rely on magic too much, for either success in their life or even in the simple things, it can perhaps be less rewarding to an extent. The
There'll
ease
be
at
a
which we
lovely
can
performance
accomplish
by
something
7
is
on stage
undercut
right now. Come on by and
by
watch.
hard work. Sometimes it's not about how you get to somewhere. Or, there's a phrase for it. It is not about the destination, it is about the journey. And the hard work that you put into it is what is rewarding, not necessarily what you actually make. Like an artist, doing something with your own hands, rather than with magic, can be an incredibly rewarding process. And the novelty of magic and that sort of thing somewhat lessens the artistry. Not to say that magic can't enhance something.
You think I should get a chisel and a little hammer and try doing it that way for a little bit?
Perhaps. Think of it like this. If a carver knew how to do something with magic, simply imposing their will upon the wood before them into a sculpture, wouldn't that feel less I suppose genuine? Yes, the magic is theirs, and yes, they are casting the spell. But when someone takes their time and puts effort and energy into it, doesn't that make it feel so much more personal? You have to put effort into something.
I guess, in that sense, there's a lot of effort that goes into molding something to what you're envisioning it.
Perhaps the focus that you must have.
The concentration.
But at that point, it's no longer your hands doing the work. It's your spell. You envisioned what you wanted. Certainly. But doesn't your hand have a different texture than the weave? And doesn't that make every shaving of wood, every cut into the stone, doesn't that make it more deliberate? Each motion is made with intention.
It's okay.
Yes. Each part and that. Maybe I could mix the two. each slide of the hand, each wave of spell, going over and over, piece by piece, until you have formed what is in your mind. Placing your hand and pushing into the solid stone, leaving the mark that you want to make.
But at that point, you're just
Where
mimicking
a
the
normal
spell.
person
I suppose as I see it, you could use magic to enhance something that you are making. Perhaps change a quality. Add something that you could not do normally by hand.
like fix a mistake. Usually when you chip something away, you can't undo.
Perhaps.
But with magic, I could put it back and try again.
Perhaps. Yes. I suppose the intention would not be making mistakes, but mistakes always happen. But doesn't the mistake also make it more genuine? Imperfection is sometimes pleasant. Have you ever stared at a painting that was made with messy strokes? You stand back. It still feels beautiful to look at, but it feels genuine. If I wanted to stare at a photo that had been taken perhaps with a camera, or perhaps something that was envisioned by someone's mind and put onto paper, I could do just that. But when someone takes the time to create individual brushstrokes, the imperfections show what they see with their mind and is translated by their hand onto the surface.
True. I guess focusing too much on magic makes it lose that living touch.
I'm not sure about living or not, but it certainly no longer feels like it's as heartfelt. It's like a cooked meal. You could create food with magic, but isn't the effort that which makes it so much sweeter?
Now that one I can understand a little more.
Actually, I think I saw him at the stage earlier. Ah, gotcha.
I think I'll try doing my next carvings by hand.
Give it a try. See how it feels.
I might even switch to using wood. That way I don't want to fix something if I mess up.
Maybe so. It sounds like a wonderful idea to me. At least to try something different. Variety is the spice of life. At least I read that in a book somewhere.
No, it's pretty risky. It's just a fair.
To a degree, I suppose it's rather hypocritical of me to say something like that. There's not much variety in my life.
You don't have to.
I sort of depend on Rochelle for that.
Well, there could be.
She introduces me to all sorts of things. She likes to watch a lot of movies.
That she does. Soon, though, you guys will get to just
Is RP bro?
relax and enjoy each other's company. Once you're more free to do what you want.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of limits that you can do currently, right? Or what you're comfortable doing.
I see. Yes, there are some limits to what I can do physically. But doesn't mean I can't do anything. Or at the very least try. There are some things that are certainly less comfortable, though. Like, I don't think I enjoy beaches very much. The sand gets everywhere, and
That was
it
one of
hurts my
them.
joints after a while.
Exactly. Soon enough, you can visit one with Rochelle again. And this time actually enjoy the sun.
If.
Or even a lake or a river.
If.
When.
Well, at least the tea is decent.
Actually, kind of is, surprisingly.
Sorry?
Surprisingly, it is, yes. It passes.
What passes?
The tea does.
I will look for them.
Oh.
I've had a few places that specialize and obviously make a better one, but for the
Seems
pricing
to be a
and
bit hit or miss,
where it's
depending on who makes it.
that too. Maybe it's all in the pour.
The quality of the leaf, how it's been dried, if there are any other spices mixed in, if it's aged, where it was grown, how long you let it steep, the quality of the water, even. There's a lot of things that can make a tea taste better or worse.
True. Although that's more of a your research thing. I just
Good evening, patrons. We'll be closing the bar in about 7
I
minutes.
wouldn't exactly call it research, Hezekiah. It's tea. You experiment.
Exactly. That's
Try
also
different
research.
things and
It
I
doesn't
wouldn't call it research, though. I'm not studying it. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. You're too focused on work. Even your vocabulary is affected.
She's on break right now. She might be somewhere. I'm not sure.
You might need to.
Yeah, that may be so. See, I need you to keep me grounded. Funny as that is.
If you see her, let her know that
I thought that was your job,
He's looking for her.
Mr. Geomancer.
Understood.
Fair enough.
What can I get you?
Someone always grounded.
Came to return this, thank you.
Yeah, here's the cups back.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Next time you can just put it in the trash yourself. It's okay.
Oh,
Well, yes,
alright.
but then you have to retrieve it. Besides, how else will I thank you for the wonderful tea?
Thank you. Take good care. But crucial time, yeah. And you do your thing. I would like
Very tall.
chai tea with 1 sugar cube cut in half, placed inside of the tea. Before milk tea is joining. That's a brown meal. God, what's you unwrap it?
Tosses in the garbage.
I.
No, it still has the wrapper on it.
Go away, go away, go away.
Oh my.
Hmm.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh. Well then.
Long work day.
Oh? Are you tired? Do you wish to return?
No, I meant that guy running by. Must have been a long work day. Stressed.
Perhaps. He did seem a bit stressed. I don't know if he works here or not, though.
Do you want Werther's original?
You guys are so cute and adorable.
Do you want Werther's original? They're caramel hard candy. Well, no, they're outside. They're in the little thing. I put them in the front. You want Werther's original?
Alyla, how good is your celestial? Your reading wise.
Decent enough. Why?
I was trying to translate some older books. And I don't think I'm translating some of the spells correctly. They're not ones that I'm used to reading.
Go back to your
Oh.
you know, or find your marks.
Oh.
You follow them around, alright?
I am conversational, I suppose, but I wouldn't say I'm entirely fluent.
Don't worry about that.
You want me to take a look? I would be happy to, but just understand that there may be at least a few words that I don't recognize here and there.
I understand a few things, but I don't understand the spells that were in the book. So maybe you have a little
Wow.
more.
Maybe.
Hey, Danielle. Guess what? Huh?
At the very least, I
Yeah,
might be
was
able to
watching.
infer what the words that I don't understand are. Unless they refer to a specific thing, at which point, well, we might have to find someone else who is fluent in Celestial.
Could be a little bit harder to do. I know very little people. Well, there is
surely
another
someone
place.
Surely someone else
There
in
was the
Aegis knows
lady in
Celestial.
There was the lady in armor. I think her name was Liz. She stopped by. She might know Celestial.
I
How
don't
you
know who
doing?
that is.
I'm doing. Hey.
She stopped by the
Hello.
cathedral once.
Well, yes,
Really holy looking armor.
I understand, but I'm telling you, I don't know who this is.
I'll probably have to ask Miss Hybris, see if she has her contact info or something.
I wasn't asking.
How was the
to-
work day? Nice and peaceful.
What was that?
Yeah, totally.
Who focused on his work?
Oh, I thought you said something. Okay, gotcha.
What's focused on work?
Sorry,
This one here.
get into.
Where you going on?
That's okay.
I'm right here.
I got a one-track mind sometimes. I just keep going.
He's like a rolling boulder down a hill.
Holiday bin apparently.
He just sort of keeps going until he hits something. Oh, yeah.
Or it's something loud enough. Okay, it's fine.
Man, bro.
By chance, am I going
So, no one has
to...
questioned how this
You
guy's
pulled
able
that
to,
thing from
like,
me.
transport
Kind of just,
himself across the damn
you know...
universe and give people
Shoom. And it was gone.
Yeah, sorry, but I mean, to be fair, I did text you about it first, so at least I gave you
Oh,
warning.
yes, no, I was...
It'd be more
Yes, I
concerning
was
if you
ready.
didn't get warning.
I feel like everyone has their own interpretation.
but-
Then I'd be concerned for you.
Any other thing?
So the problem is with that is I have a limited number I can do, and currently they're on family. So sorry.
Oh my. I mean, I think
Not
I'm
that I don't
pretty
like you,
goofy.
buddy, but I need them on family.
Guess they don't like goofy people, though.
Understandable. Sort of how I keep the blessings that I hand out. Though I only have a...
RP is pretty cringe.
2 of those.
Yeah,
Really?
no thank you for this.
No, being cute and goofy are not mutually exclusive or
So
inclusive.
be careful if you
They
pull
They
a
just
pension
are.
off of her one day.
He's fast enough, or he has help.
Wait, what exactly do they do?
It has to be like time
How?
travel or
I
something,
would-
at the very least.
A simple blessing.
Time travel.
Ow. Ow.
That
Some
doesn't
guidance.
mean anything to me. Guidance.
It can do a
It
number of
gives
things.
them-
It's whatever Ariel decides at the time that they need.
Oh right, your friend.
Like, you know how many
Hmm.
chimneys there are in the multiverse?
Bro,
Handy
like,
friend.
legit, like I never had this
Yes, she's
visual,
very, how do I
Are
put
you
it?
in need of guidance?
it's actually
Motherly.
She's very
my
handsome.
eyes are getting impaired.
Sorry, huh?
I think
Are you in
I
need of
have to
Guidance?
guidance?
listen, come back. I'll
Uh,
be right back.
You
I'm
always
okay.
seem so sure of yourself, so... Although,
Mm.
with the way that you say that, it sounds like maybe you aren't. I hope everything's alright.
Well, it's a matter of well, okay, look. The thing is, if you want guidance, you gotta make sure you know who you're getting it from. If I could just get guidance from kind of anyone, no offense. I know you can handle it yourself, and you're pretty cool because we fought that one time and stuff, and you know we did the brain stuff. So cool, but
Sure.
like also, yeah. But like I also don't like. I mean, I guess I can try to trust your judgment, but like, you know, we ain't like that. If that makes sense.
Ah, I see. We're not close enough friends for you to trust me. I understand.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't trust me to, like, catch you on a fucking 10-foot fall or something. No, maybe 10 feet. I don't know. There's, like, a level, right? Of which
Well,
you
a
can
10-foot
survive.
fall,
Yeah.
Catch.
What am I catching?
It's just you're catching a small Christmas present. It'll
Oh.
get big outside.
That's concerning, but okay.
It's slowly bigger. It's the size of these in my backpack.
Oh no.
I was gonna say that that's a little bit concerning, saying when you leave the safety
It's
of the door, it's going to get bigger very fast, like an explosion,
Yeah.
but not
No, slowly. Slowly. Slowly.
Thank you. I don't know what it is, but thanks. What's up?
I suppose I would hope that you would. Given our previous...
we're here to
That's fair. We have fought. Do not touch me.
Excuse me.
I will sell
Could you
you
not
for spare
interrupt
parts.
us?
I will sell you for spare parts. Fuck off.
Excuse me. We're having a conversation here, if you would not mind going elsewhere. No.
Anyway.
Given my experience,
So
I
that's how
don't
they
see
get
you
everything
as
done
the
and
type
cleaned
of
within the
person to
night.
simply allow someone to go tumbling over a cliff. But I suppose if I'm
I'm
wrong...
not someone I like.
Oh. Well, I suppose I do hope that you like me. At least enough to not let me fall off a cliff.
Yeah, you're pretty cool.
Hmm.
I mean, like, if I hated someone, I'd definitely let them fall off a cliff.
Michelle
'Cause, you
speaks
know.
highly of you. So.
Fuck that. Rochelle? Oh. Yeah, Rochelle's cool. I would not push her off a cliff.
She's one of
unless,
my
like,
oldest
I
friends.
can catch her.
One of, anyways. At least that I'm still in contact with.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
She's very cool. You should tell her that. She likes to hear
Haven't
that
seen her
kind
in
of
a bit.
stuff. Wow. She's been keeping to herself, although she's been talking to, what was his name? Oh, I can't quite recall. She tells very interesting stories about him and his adopted daughter. Apparently, he likes to get into a lot of trouble on his own. Not in a necessarily immediately bad way, but he gets himself hurt a lot. Gets into fights. And she tries to look after him. She likes to tell me stories about it. He seems like a good man, at least at heart.
Someone likes to tell a lot of stories? Oh. I'll think about it. Oh.
Robots that are cleaning people's faces, be careful.
Robots that are cleaning people's faces?
They're gonna piss off the actual cleaners. For the record, we don't. Those aren't the cleaning bots. We have other people that clean every night. They really enjoy it.
Hello.
Trust me, you don't want to be here at night. AGT. You don't want to be here like super late at night. They will literally bowl over you to clean shit.
Oh. Well, I suppose I don't think they would let me stay here that long. They would be very upset.
Well, yeah.
Besides, I don't think I would want to stay here all night.
Yeah, it's kind of like there's nothing to do at night when there's no one around. So it's just. Once in a while we'll have like.
Nice happens around the time that this place lets out, especially once you get into the AM areas and the cities.
So it's usually better just to get home.
Safer.
How have you been since the whole excursion into the dream?
Well enough. Continuing my studies. Watching movies with Rochelle. It's a quiet life, but one I quite enjoy. Yes. Someone has to keep her from going
It's
crazy.
okay, he's staff, so it's a bit better. Fine.
I believe they're beating that man with a broom.
He's staff, it's fine.
Oh my.
Oh, those aren't staff. I had to bother them. What time is it?
Percy's about to scrap something. Percy's gonna end up scrapping some bots.
Well, they are causing trouble, and they are disturbing patrons. At least, it sounds like it. I suppose if I was a patron,
a little bit of a
and one of them
malfunctioning a little,
attacked me like that, they are worrying the logo of the
bars
establishment.
are now closed, and we will be closing in about 3 minutes.
So I suppose I
okay?
would find it
Please
very
have your conversations
upsetting.
and get to the door when that happens. Thank you very much, and have a lovely night.
I don't know if I would want to return, and I don't think that that's particularly good for business.
Fair enough.
No. Filthy boy. You gotta be clean. Filthy boy.
Lovely.
And you know what you find on this Saint Nicholas and how he breaks into people's homes. Let me know. I'll pay
Oh,
you
Santa?
for it.
I'm sorry, sir.
Let me
Isn't
know
he like
how
a fae or something?
He's an archfey,
He's
or at least
elves.
that's the rumor.
Archfey?
Yes.
Yeah, he's an archfey
Yeah,
that lives in
something
the
of the
North
sort.
Pole. Someone said he's even the Lord of the Winter Court, whatever that means.
That explains
Or the
the
King
You
of
know,
Winter
that would make a lot of sense.
I heard that
Oh
from a
my.
fae, so take it with a grain of salt.
It's just it's so out there that it doesn't
Alright.
make enough sense, especially the ways it wouldn't.
Thank you for
Right.
your information.
Yeah. So yeah.
1,000 credits.
It's always the scientists.
That's going into the building project. Anyway. Yeah. So, Santa Claus. Totally an archfey. Otherwise, how else could he do all the shit that he does? Right?
I don't think Archfey often visit Elysium.
Not where I was.
Did you have Santa? Yeah, but you didn't have Santa in Elysium. He's specific to this plane.
Oh.
Right?
True. There was something similar, but not quite. Was it Saint
You know what I
Nicholas
think it is?
instead?
It would totally be it must totally be it's like a collab. I think it's a collaboration between the Fae and the Fiends way long ago, because the Fae do the whole Santa thing and they get to break into people's houses and do trickery things. Meanwhile, the Fiends get to benefit from the commercialization of Christmas.
Patrons, what the heck are you thinking?
I hate that.
You bowled over some people here.
Directive: clean the place. Do not hurt patrons.
Clean the patrons.
Do not clean the patrons, or I will deactivate you. I'm gonna deactivate them.
They were gonna take wire brushes, like those metal ones you scrape grills with, to me.
To be fair, like, I thought you would have had that handled, but, like, the moment I saw them bowling over, patrons, I had to, you know, step
I
in.
honestly thought they
Well,
would
I
have
mean, you can take all four of those
I
and
honestly
make
thought
one
that they
good
would've
working one.
stopped.
I think they're lucky that Percy got there. Otherwise, I would have been bowling them through the tree.
Well, it's probably
I
time to
do
go to
hope
the
they get it
front.
handled. It's rather
Now's
disdainful.
a good time for to do the announcement. This place is closing up, so
Especially if they're not, establishment owned.
There are cleaning units. I don't know if we necessarily make them, though.
Oh my.
Bitches!
Oh.
We are now closed. Thank you for enjoying your stay. We hope to see you again.
Well, let's head back, shall we?
Have a nice night.
You as
See you
well.
around, Percy.
I'll try not to fall off any cliffs until I see you again.
No, you're fine. They're defective. They're defective.
No, they're
it's
not
fine.
defective. They're cleaning up the greasy ass patrons.
Yep.
Bro, shut the fuck up.
Hang on.
Thank you. You can punch them.
person.
I give you permission.
Oh, right here.
Hi, I'm sorry. I'll take
I
off
can
your
get your bracelets.
I hope you are.
Either of us. You kept waiting.
Very rude speech. Poor
I
language.
was talking to a patron.
You talk to patrons like that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh my.
Oh,
I was
you're
being
the
nice to
one.
the patron. I was telling them to not, that they can punch one of the robots if they're harassing them.
No, he has to be clean. Did you see how greasy his hair was, bro? He needs a bit of cleaning.
Sometimes it is.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'd like to turn in the card here.
Always good to see you working hard. If you need anything, just let me know.
Wait, do we have to do it over in there? Hold on, I think I need. Do I turn the card there? Where do I turn the card?
In the box.
In the machine.
In the box.
Oh, you're doing the box. Okay, get back.
You
shove it in.
put the
Shove it
ticket
good.
in there, and then it'll give you your item back.
All right.
It's really fancy, you know. It just gives it to you. Sometimes passive aggressively.
Come on. You're getting away.
A little bit chilly, but not too bad.
that point, if it gotten to that point, I definitely would have saw it and gotten her away and calmed down. It would not have reached stage 3.
Oh my. Stage 3. How dramatic.
Shelly dogs. You know, maybe that's what I'll buy for lunch tomorrow.
Oh.
It just sounds good. I want some noodles later though.